Hello, hello. This is your famous author, Mark Roble, coming to you live with another discussion. Today, we're gonna call this discussion the corporate media, and I have written about this subject in many of my books that are available on Amazon. One of the books, all my books I wrote are the books I wrote are Progressive Credentialism versus Ageism, Start of the Coming Civil War, The Fall of the American Empire, The Unknown Secrets of World War II, and many more. Now, in this particular, those books are, by the way, are available on Amazon. But today, I'm going to discuss something a little bit different. And I'm recording this because what I'm going to do, this video, I'm going to turn it into a podcast. And for this discussion, we're going to discuss what's really going on in Ukraine today. And what I do notice as a independent journalist and as a book author, that basically our media, whether Fox News, ABC, CBS, including CNN, are losing interest in what's going on in Ukraine. And that, unfortunately, this is because, and it is unfortunate, by the way, because it is no longer profitable for those corporate media giants to cover the war in Ukraine. Now, I'm gonna say something like this. Yes, they do cover it. They do cover this war in Ukraine, but not like they used to in the beginning. Now, that is because we all know that our media today is run by corporations, whether Fox News, CNN, ABC, CBS, you name it. They are nothing more. But corporate giants who are interested in only one thing, which is making money. Now, let me tell you something about capitalism and corporatism too. I'm going to say something about that in this particular subject. Well, let me tell you, I like capitalism and I like corporatism. However, when it comes to reporting such news like what's going on in Ukraine today, like for example the war in Ukraine, that is where I basically draw the line. I mean, yes, money is important and all these other wonderful things. However, money and profit cannot be the only thing that is basically keeping us going. Now, the thing is, the only media, in my opinion, that's doing an okay job as to cover the war in Ukraine itself is still doing its job and I mean they're doing a job to a point. It's the BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation. They're doing an okay job with that, but out here in America, basically our corporate media itself is losing interest. And unfortunately, I have some bad news. Unfortunately, I know that Vladimir Zelensky showed up at United Nations yesterday and all these wonderful things, but unfortunately, my question to not only to the American people, but the people worldwide: how much longer? And I'm going to end it with. I'm going to try to get to the bottom of this. How much longer we, the American people, who are economically broke? Let's be brutally honest. America as a nation is economically broke. How much longer are we going to support such an endeavor like the war in Ukraine if we're broke ourselves? Number two, now, when it comes to the country of Poland, Poland has a big problem because yes, that they gave their equipment. I know it's most of their equipment that they gave to the Polish people gave to the Ukrainians are the post-Soviet equipment and all these wonderful things. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. What if? Here's a scenario. What if the Ukraine? What if Ukraine falls? Then how? I'm asking a question. How can Poland defend itself if they don't have the equipment to defend themselves with when Ukraine falls? Because unfortunately, if Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, wants his nation to survive, and by the way, in my opinion, it's not gonna survive intact. If he wants some pieces of Ukraine to survive, then what he's going to have to do is freeze his front lines and sit at a table and negotiate. Because even in the book Art of War, it says that a war itself, it can lead you to a certain point, but then the negotiations will have to take over. And I have a question for Mr. Zelensky. When is Vladimir Zelensky going to stop being a schoolyard bully? And because believe me, Vladimir Zelensky's acting like a little kid. He's like, give me. But how much in reality? How much can we, the American people, give? I mean, we don't have the money to actually to support anybody anymore. It's a basket case, basically. I mean, what? We're going to keep printing the money, and then the value of the dollar is going to go down. I mean, look. I'm just look. I'm not a defeatist. I would like the Ukrainians to win and all that, but unfortunately, you have to sometimes. I know that when you look at the situation, sometimes the situation looks grim, and sometimes it is better to look at a situation that is grim in the face than basically lie about it and what's really going on. Because to be honest with you, for a few journalists like myself, book authors and journalists like myself, and a few others, the media, the corporate media, is not telling us the truth, what is really going on in Ukraine. And the problem is, I think and unfortunately, I'm going to say something controversial here, that unfortunately, America itself, it is facing a total economic collapse. And unfortunately, the American people will have to be aware of this particular situation. And unfortunately, even in my opinion, the reason that our corporate media is slowly but surely walking away from covering the Ukrainian conflict itself is because they know that sooner or later, because of American economy, everything else, that the American economy is going to collapse. That's why, in my opinion, whether Fox News ABC, CBS is walking away from the coverage of the Ukrainian war because they know that the economic collapse is coming and you can't really stop it. So, I mean, think whatever you wish. Now, you can think of my videos and my podcast whatever you wish. Now, I'm gonna end it with this. If the American economy does not improve in a few months, then we will face the economic collapse. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I will see you in my next video and audio podcast. Thank you very much.